What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you don't like and subscribe right now, your favorite show's gonna end.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
What's the best part of summer? Going swimming, obviously. Actually, the best part is getting to watch other people's fails at the pool. Let's dive right in. Pun intended. We have a ton of clips to show you today, so stick around till the end for the best moments. Setting your pool in front of a swing sounds like a great idea, but putting it too far away is gonna end in a major failure like this guy. Hey, at least he made it into the pool. I guess that makes this 50% fail and 50% win? And that's way better than my kill-death ratio in Call of Duty. This is what happens when you try to make your own diving board out of a flimsy plastic chair. I don't know how this dude thought this would be a good idea, but I'm just glad someone was there to film this genius in action. Smashing yourself into the side of a pool isn't what most people would consider a good dive. If I was the lifeguard there, I wouldn't even help this dude. I'd just let him flail around in pain so he can think about his actions. So it turns out that even if you have a legit diving board, using it like an idiot doesn't work out well for you. This dude drops all of his middle-aged weight onto this thing and snaps it like a bone that doesn't have enough calcium. Nothing like ruining your diving board and breaking your tailbone at the same time. Maybe he'll learn something from this expensive mistake. This dude's wife told him to water the trees, and he took it a bit too literally. Making a tree fall into the pool is a pretty unique way to ruin the summer though, so props for being innovative. This is why you should call a professional before you whip out a chainsaw and start chopping down massive trees in your backyard, because now it looks like beavers are trying to build a dam in their pool. These have been some fun videos so far, but you won't believe what's coming up next. Get ready for some of the best fails yet. I love bad ideas and the people who are dumb enough to try them. This kid tries to pole vault over his pool and ends up smashing his ribs into the side. Most people's skin gets darker over the summer because of tanning, but this dude's taking it a step further by making his whole side turn purple. Hey, getting bruised all over will at least make it super easy to dress up as Thanos for Halloween. Too bad he picked the wrong season to try this out.
Shit.
Everyone knows that the higher up you are when you fall into water, the more it hurts. That's why you shouldn't get a bunch of friends to throw you way up in the air before you faceplant. I think this chick thought you was a gymnast, but hopefully that hit to the dome will remind her to leave the flips to the professionals. Actually, she should try that again. Then we'd have another great fail video. Who says you can't kayak in your pool? Well, someone should have said it to this guy. This has bad idea written all over it. It's not even written all over it. It's spray painted in big red letters. I guess this guy can't read though and ends up flipping over inside the pool. I'd say that he's learned his lesson, but I'm not so sure that he's that good at learning. I'm pretty sure I know what this next guy was trying to do. It looks like he tried to get a big running start so he could jump over the pool. Turns out he's not much of a daredevil and tries to bail out at the last second. Check out how bad he stutter steps before realizing he can't stop in time. He ends up jumping halfway in and halfway out of the pool. Remember guys, if you're gonna try a stupid stunt, just go for it all the way. At least then you'll only fail one way. Yo, I hope you're loving these videos as much as me. We've got a ton more coming up, so stick around for the rest of the insanity. I love the confidence of the girl in the next video. She's so sure she's not gonna fall in the water, she didn't even bother to change into a swimsuit. Turns out her balance isn't as strong as her will, and she ends up splashing around in her street clothes. Believing in yourself is great and all, but sometimes it's a good idea to prepare for failure just in case. That's why I always carry a spare pair of pants with me. What do you do if you don't have a diving board? Obviously, you drag your trampoline over and use it instead. Turns out that's actually not a great idea, especially if you're also bad at using a trampoline. The pool hit this girl in the stomach so hard it looks like a punch from Mike Tyson in his prime. This is what happens when redneck engineering goes wrong. Remember that kid from earlier who did a backflip and smashed his face into the diving board? Well, the guy in our next video decided to one-up him. This time, the dude knocks his head into the side of the pool hard enough for him to forget his own name. Luckily for us, the impact is filmed in slow motion, so we get to see every little detail of this failed stunt. These people need to start bringing helmets to the pool. I think this dude has had one too many to be trying to pull off tricks. Alcohol and water don't mix well, and this dude is here as a perfect example. He's not trying to do anything hard, just sit back onto an inner tube. But in his state, this might as well be an Olympic event. Not only does he miss the tube completely, but he also spills his beer all into the pool. That's what we call a party foul. Okay, these have been great so far, but now we're gonna be getting into the real good stuff. These next videos are gonna blow your mind. Trust me, you don't wanna miss them. Parkour! is something this girl isn't good at. Even after getting a mile-long running start, she couldn't make it over the side of the pool without hurting herself. She slams into the side of it at full speed, but at least she managed to fall into the water instead of the ground. Still though, she might be on crutches for a bit after this trick. Remember guys, it's not a party until someone gets hurt. You ever think that using a pogo stick to hop into a pool was a good idea? No? Well then you're smarter than the guy in the next video. Some ideas are just crazy enough to work, and some ideas are so dumb that you have to be crazy to think of them. Sure, this guy is a little bit insane, but he's providing the rest of us with a great time by watching him fail. This is honestly one of the worst ideas I've ever seen, and I love it. Someone needs to follow this dude around with a camera because I bet his life is ridiculous. When are people gonna learn to stop doing backflips into pools? Hopefully never, because I'll never get tired of watching them hurt themselves doing it. This kid is lucky he hit the pool instead of the ground, but I'm sure it still didn't feel great. No pain hurts worse than the embarrassment of failure though, and this kid has plenty of that going on right now. Plus, his failure gets to stay on the internet forever for the rest of us to enjoy. Alright, this has been fun, but now we're gonna get to the best of the best. Get ready for some of the funniest fails yet. You might just cry a little. I really don't know what the plan here was. Maybe these girls were trying to go down the slide at the same time, like one riding on the other's back? Or maybe the girl on the bottom was training to be the other girl's horse. I don't know, but what I do know is that they failed spectacularly at it. The girl on top starts slowly slipping before dropping down hard and bouncing into the water. Someone should let them know how slides work, because this isn't it. Whoever says swimming pools and chainsaws don't go well together is wrong. These fun-loving lunatics decided to make their own backyard waves by slicing open their swimming pool with a chainsaw. Honestly, this is a terrible idea and you for sure shouldn't do it. But luckily no one got hurt here. This seriously looks like so much fun, but knowing my luck, I'd end up missing at least one leg by the end of the day. This is what happens when you try to do too many things at once. This girl thought she could dive off the diving board, catch a ball mid-air, and make a good landing in the pool. Surprise, surprise, she failed at all three. Some people are good at multitasking, but she's obviously not one of them. Also, if you're gonna try something like this, please film it in slow motion so we can see all of the ways it went wrong.